Hi everybody, welcome to Crafting in My PJs. I am Millie, and guess what? I am back with yet another video using these styrofoam cones. These cones I purchased at Dollar Tree, and this particular one is 6 by 9 inches, that's how tall it is, by 2.9 inches in diameter down here at the base. Now, if you happen to have seen any of my other Christmas decorations that I made using these cones, in the last video I happened to mention I thought I had one more of these, but I couldn't find it. Well, guess what? Cleaning out my car, and I did find it. And I thought, well, we've done enough. We've done three videos. Why would you need to have any more knowledge about making Christmas tree decorations using styrofoam cones? But then my husband, I was talking to him about it, and he said, guess what? When I was a kid, I used to take, it was my job every year to take a styrofoam cone like this and these gumdrops, these green and red gumdrops, and I used a toothpick and I put them in, and he just had like a really wonderful memory. It was his job, and he would put on Christmas music, and so I thought, well, why not? I don't want to put it on the total, I'll put on something clean is what I'm trying to do. So I think this craft would be something absolutely fun to do with children. And it could be something that you do right before the Christmas holiday, and then, you know, on Christmas you get to eat them, or Christmas Eve. So I thought that would be really great. I've not done it before, so I'm doing this new with you. Okay, so he tells me you take toothpicks. So I have some toothpicks. And you stick the toothpick in the gumdrop, and then you stick it into the cone. Now I can feel it coming out, so I was prepared. I have my handy dandy tongue depressor so I can push. And he said that when he was a kid, he used to make all kind of designs with his. So sometimes his tree had stripes, and sometimes he did other patterns. I asked him if he thought we needed to put something on the base here, you know, so that the white didn't show through, and he said no, he didn't see that as being necessary. And using the tongue depressor or the craft stick definitely gets it in without hurting your fingers. So kids could do this. This could be a definite easy craft for the little ones with maybe a little bit of help pushing. So so that's it. I think I'm just going to do an altering pattern, red and green. We'll see what happens. Now I wonder what happens. I guess when we get up to the top and it is narrower, we're going to have to break our toothpicks down so that they are not sticking. Ouch, the other side. Oh my goodness. You heard that? It cracked. All right, there we go. Yeah. So let's see. I think what I'm going to do, I am not good with the editing software and speeding things up and playing music. I do think you'd kind of need to break these toothpicks because they're already breaking on me. So let's just break that in half. I don't want to put it on there. And yeah, that works. All right, so we might need to break our toothpicks in half. I think it's starting to run into the, oh, that's so much easier. Oh, so much easier. So technically, this is not a complete Dollar Tree craft because I was not able to find the gumdrops at Dollar Tree. Now, maybe at the beginning of the season, before stuff sells out, you could possibly find them at Dollar Tree. I was able to find these at Dollar General, and they were a whopping $2.50 a bag. So I bought 3 bags because I don't know how much it's going to take to do this, but yeah, so not as cheap as our other Dollar Tree crafts, that's for sure. But you know, you're paying for some wonderful memories, right, with your kids, and that's a good thing too. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, so then you're not sitting here watching me do this and talking incessantly, because I can talk about nothing, and I can talk. I will eventually stop the camera and finish maybe a few rows and then bring it back. Like I was saying before, I am not good with the editing software. So I have not figured out, okay, so now what are we going to do? Right here. I think I'm just going to put another red one, and we will see what happens. All right, now row 2. Let's do row 2 together before I take a break with y'all. Oh, so I was saying about the editing software. So I use iMovie on my phone, and that's my editing software that I use. And I cannot figure out, every now and then I get it, but y'all, it takes me so many tries, I end up giving up more times than not. I cannot get music to play with, say, a speeded up section. I have tried all kinds of different ways, and eventually sometimes I actually will get it to work, but then I can't remember what I did, and I had to do so many different things in order to try. Okay, so this whole, well, maybe it might come out as stripes like that. Because I was about to say, it's definitely not, something fell on the other side of the room. My sister was telling somebody, bragging to somebody about how I have a craft room. I have a room all to myself to do crafting. And that's only because we're empty nesters now, and so I took a spare bedroom and made it into a crafting room. But the thing is, you can have a craft room all you want, but I don't know how people, like, I can't keep it completely clean. Every craft I do, I start pulling stuff out, and then after I finish the craft, I have to spend a couple hours putting everything away, and I'm pretty good about cleaning up. Like, I just make it a point to clean every time, and I still am at a point where most of the time you're stepping over stuff to move around in the room. And part of it is, it's also my office. I did work in the school system. I retired in June, and I brought home all 25, 30 years worth of teaching activities. I'm a speech therapist, so speech therapist activities that, you know, I just couldn't live without, because I still do some private practice. So I'm still using stuff. So I don't want to get rid of everything. And but man, keeping this stuff stored and neat is quite a task. All right, so let's see, how are we looking here? We're coming on to our second row. I might have to, okay. So far, this is what we're looking like. Looking pretty good. All right, so now I am going to pause you. I'm going to go ahead and do maybe halfway up, and I'll bring you back. I'll show you what it looks like and give you some ideas. I'll bring you back after I finish the first bag, and we can see how far the first bag goes. All right, be right back. All right, so we are back now. We have finished the first bag, and just a handful of red ones were left over. So I went ahead and I opened up the second bag so that we could get some green ones and start on the rest of our tree. Now, the first bag didn't quite fill half the styrofoam cone, but seeing as this is the wider area, I think we're going to make it with the 2 bags. So we're just going along now, alternating red and green, red and green. I'm kind of putting the toothpicks with the gumdrops, I'm putting them in on an angle, kind of angled downward, so that it gives the shape of the tree kind of angled up with the gumdrops. I think it just looks nice that way. It's not really sticking straight out, but kind of angled up. All right, so we now have almost both bags done. Just this top part left. And we just have a few green ones, so we're going to go ahead and just alternate the red and green until we are completely out of green. And then we will cap off the top with just the red gumdrops. And I think that'll give it kind of that illusion of, I don't know, the star at the top of the tree. So I think it'll be okay. I'm not going to open up the third bag just to have a few more green gumdrops. All right. And breaking the toothpicks in half worked really well. I didn't run into any problems when we got narrower at the top. The half toothpicks went in really well. Let's see. There we go. Almost done. Coming around the top here. I can tell you this much. I don't like gumdrops, so these have not been tempting to eat. But they are spiced gumdrops, so they have a scent to them that is really kind of nice. There we go. Look at that. It has this little poof of red at the top. I think that looks really good. The tree itself looks really good. I'm really pleased with this craft. I'm glad my husband mentioned it. It was fun to do. Yeah. So there we go. All right. So we finished. Look at that, how cute. All right. It was pretty fun to make. I think it was low stress, easy peasy. I finished off with all red ones, had 4 left over. And I think that looks really good on the top. I think this is a great craft to do with kids, because no matter how you put these gumdrops in, you definitely are going to get a cute tree. I think if you're doing it with young children, maybe the adult could do the sticking of the toothpick in, and then the children can do the sticking into the styrofoam. All in all, our cost was $1.25 for the styrofoam comb. 2 bags of these holiday spice sets, and they were $2.50 a bag over at Dollar General. I'm sure there was something at Dollar Tree, I just didn't know about this soon enough. And a half a box of toothpicks, which you might already have at home. These were $1.50 at our drugstore down the street. When I went to go get some shampoo and things, I picked those up just so that we wouldn't run out. And there you go. Adorable. Easy peasy. All right, great. Number 4, as far as our decorated styrofoam cones into different trees and decorations for the holiday season. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, and if you like these kinds of videos, please go ahead and give me a subscribe. Again, subscription is free, zero money. It just tells you when I post a video. All right, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much, and I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season.